Hey there, how's it going? Hope you're well. It's another beautiful day here today, and we are here to do another Course in Miracles lesson. The lesson for today is lesson number 39, so let's get right on it. My holiness is my salvation. My holiness is my salvation. If guilt is hell, what is the opposite? Like the text for which this workbook was written, the ideas used for the exercises are very simple, very clear, and totally unambiguous. We are not concerned with intellectual facts nor logical toys. We are dealing only with the very obvious, which has been overlooked in the clouds of complexity in which you think you think. If guilt is hell, what is its opposite? This is not difficult, surely. The hesitation you may feel in answering is not due to the ambiguity of the question, but do you believe that guilt is hell? If you did, you would see at once how direct and simple the text is, and you would not need a workbook at all. No one needs practice to gain what is already his. We have already said that your holiness is the salvation of the world. What about your own salvation? You cannot give what you do not have. A Savior must be saved. How else can he teach salvation? Today's exercises will apply to you, recognizing that your salvation is crucial to the salvation of the world. As you apply the exercises to your world, the whole world stands to benefit. Your holiness is the answer to every question that was ever asked, is being asked now, or will be asked in the future. Your holiness means the end of guilt, and therefore the end of hell. Your holiness is the salvation of the world, and your own. How could you, to whom your holiness belongs, be excluded from it? God does not know unholiness. Can it be he does not know his Son? A full 5 minutes are urged for the 4 longer practice periods for today, and longer and more frequent practice sessions are encouraged. If you want to exceed the minimum requirements, more rather than longer sessions are recommended, although both are suggested. Begin the practice periods as usual by repeating today's idea to yourself. Then, with closed eyes, search out your unloving thoughts in whatever form they appear: uneasiness, depression, anger, fear, worry, attack, insecurity, and so on. Whatever form they take, they are unloving and therefore fearful. And so it is from them that you need to be saved. Specific situations, events, or personalities you associate with unloving thoughts of any kind are suitable subjects for today's exercises. It is imperative for your salvation that you see them differently, and it is your blessing on them that will save you and give you vision. Slowly, without conscious selection and without undue emphasis on any one in particular, search your mind for every thought that stands between you and your salvation. Apply the idea for today to each of them in this way: my unloving thoughts about fill in the blank are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. You may find these practice periods easier if you intersperse them with several short periods during which you merely repeat today's idea to yourself slowly a few times. You may also find it helpful to include a few short intervals in which you just relax and don't seem to be thinking of anything. Sustained concentration is very difficult at first. It will become much easier as your mind becomes more disciplined and less distractible. Meanwhile, you should feel free to introduce a variety into the exercise periods in whatever form that appeals to you. Do not, however, change the idea itself as you vary the method of applying it. However you like to use it, the idea should be stated so that its meaning is the fact that your holiness is your salvation. End each practice period by repeating the idea in its original form once more and adding, if guilt is hell, what is its opposite? In the shorter applications, which should be made some 3 or 4 times an hour, and more if possible, you may ask yourself this question. Repeat today's idea, preferably both. If temptations arise, a particularly helpful form of the idea is, my holiness is my salvation from this. All right, so in today's lesson, we are going to focus on yourself and how you are the answer to salvation. But first, it starts with you. You first need to be saved. You need to start seeing yourself how you truly are. And so today's lesson is a practice in that. We are going to focus on different things that are causing us unease, depression, anger, worry, whatever it may be. Focus on those things and apply today's idea to them. So first what we do is we close our eyes. And in closing your eyes, you think on the idea for today, which is, my holiness is my salvation. My holiness is my salvation. And then bring forward in your mind different situations that are causing you distress, depression, worry, anger, frustration, whatever they may be. Bring them forward in your mind, and then apply today's idea in this form. My unloving thoughts about myself are keeping me in hell. Then focus on that thought that you were thinking about, someone, yourself, or anything in particular, for a full 5 minutes. My unloving thoughts about myself are keeping me in hell. And then say, my holiness is my salvation. My holiness is my salvation. So keep that thought in your mind. And every time you say it to yourself, repeat the answer. My holiness is my salvation. My holiness is my salvation. Okay, so this is what you will be doing for 4 practice periods, 5 minutes long each, throughout the day. And then you could also do several smaller practice periods with the same thing. Now, you don't necessarily have to bring up thoughts in those shorter practice periods. You can just focus on the idea, which is, my holiness is my salvation, and repeat that over and over. Or you can just stay still and concentrate on nothing. Just be thoughtless for a few minutes or so throughout the day. Or focus on the idea, or apply the idea in a situation. All of those different forms are encouraged. The purpose of today's lesson is to start realizing that your holiness is your salvation. Your focusing on the truth of who you are will allow you to disconnect from all those negative thoughts that you are having about yourself, a situation, another individual, whatever it may be. By you disconnecting yourself from that and connecting to the truth of who you are, you allow yourself to find the truth and be the salvation not only to yourself, but to the world. So let's re-emphasize today's idea. My holiness is my salvation. All right, that's the lesson for today. Hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope you come again here tomorrow for another lesson in A Course in Miracles. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.